I'm Nicole Irving, and this is Zoe Bradshaw's story. One summer in 1793 in Philadelphia, an entire family was wiped out by a notorious disease, yellow fever. One member of that family survived the epidemic. Her name was Yvonne, and she is the great-grandmother of a woman named Zoe. I got a chance to talk with Zoe, who came all the way from Brazil, determined to find the truth of what happened generations ago. So, how are you, Zoe?
I'm good. I just want to get to the bottom of this.
Of course. Could you please explain your situation?
Well, like you said, almost all of my ancestors died in 1793. And just last year, I found out that I had the Zika virus. When I had my baby, she was just born with a small head. Not just my baby, my sister's baby. Now, my cousin wants to have a baby, and we're all afraid that she has the virus too.
For those of you who don't know, the Zika virus has been connected to a birth defect called microcephaly, where an infant is born with a shrunken head.
I know there are other cases like mine, but it seemed a little too methodical to be a coincidence. Someone or something is targeting my family. I have proof from my great-grandmother's diary. July 19th, 1793.
Things have only gotten worse since I've last written. The doctor treated Mother with blood, leeches, and purges. For an entire day, it seemed Mother was about to recover in a stage I've been told is called remission, but then she started spitting up black vomit. She passed away last night. I received news that 3 of my cousins and my grandfather have died in the past week. Now, my sister is showing the signs of the cursed disease that Mother had. Her skin and eyes have turned yellow and she goes to bed shivering, though her forehead is hot to the touch. She's always complaining that her muscles ache like an old man's, and sometimes it seems she is not at all herself. I don't understand. We followed all the doctor's orders. We haven't eaten fruit in weeks. The doctor said another cause may be pollution, and Mother hasn't even left the house. Acclaimed physician Benjamin Rush has even advised everyone to leave Philadelphia in his account of the bilious-remitting yellow fever. But I'm only 16 and I can't start over. I don't know how we're going to manage. It's impossible to get all the chores done. We haven't found a way to patch the hole in the roof. There's a puddle on our floor and bugs swarming around. A layer of dust on everything. Mother would say we're living in filth. She'd be so ashamed. Sometimes I wonder if I'll be the next to catch this disease. Where would my family be then?
Well, that was moving.
A month later, her entire family was dead. All of America was in a panic because they didn't know what was going on, and the Boston and New York City ports were barring refugees and even supplies from Philadelphia. Yvonne had to bribe her way out of the city, and she didn't settle down until she got to Brazil. Now there have been 2 cases of the Zika virus in my family. It's happening again, and someone's to blame.
Wow, well it certainly does draw some parallels to the Zika situation. People have avoided traveling to Brazil because of this. There's even speculation that the Olympics will have a smaller turnout this summer. But even if the crowds are smaller, you can still watch safely from your home if you watch the 2016 Summer Olympics, Rio, live on NBC only. So Zoe, we've brought in an expert, Dr. Dorothy Granger, to see if she can provide insight on your situation.
Thank you for having me, Nicole. So the Zika virus epidemic in Brazil was officially announced when the Pan American Health Organization released an alert in May 2015. It's really caused quite a panic because symptoms are generally quite mild, so people often don't even know that they have the Zika virus. Also, a vaccine is still being tested, and as of now, there is no cure. But that's a pretty big cause of concern.
Is there anything that stands out to you with Zoe's case? Could she really be at the hands of a serial killer?
As far as I can tell, that is quite unlikely. Evidence is increasingly suggesting a correlation between Zika and that horrible birth defect, microcephaly, so Zoe's case is unfortunately quite common. Unless she has any mosquito enemies, I'd say there's nothing out of the ordinary here.
Dr. Granger's comment really struck a nerve with me. Yellow fever was believed to have been caused by pollution and rotting fruit in 1793, but Dr. Granger said it was mosquitoes. I decided to check the facts with Professor Ivy Lee from Harvard. So, Professor, what's your opinion? Was yellow fever caused by fruit or mosquitoes?
This was solved years ago. It's mosquitoes. Everyone knows it's mosquitoes. Yellow fever, however, really is a fascinating subject. I actually did my senior thesis on it. It changed America forever. Nobody knew what was happening in 1793, and they could only guess that it was pollution, but despite the horrors of the virus, this misconception led to efforts to improve hospitals and orphanages, and they improved the sanitation in Philadelphia as a result of this epidemic, and the health care and the water quality were improved.
Okay. But what about the mosquitoes?
The epidemic was caused by the Aedes aegypti species, more commonly known as the Asian tiger mosquito. You know, this species is also spreading the Zika virus today.
Interesting. Thank you for your time, Professor Ivy Lee. I decided to contact my friend Penelope from Pools R Us to learn more about mosquito breeding habits. So, Penelope, I hear you come into close contact with these creatures in your line of work.
Mosquitoes? I mean, yeah, I guess.
So you can confirm that mosquitoes breed in pools of water?
Yeah.
Intriguing. This is all very interesting. It made me think with a leaky roof and swarms of bugs Yvonne mentioned in her diary. It was all starting to add up. I decided to go with Zoe back to her cousin's house in Brazil to interview her cousin, the one who wanted to have a kid. What we discovered there will shock you.
I haven't had any symptoms yet. That's good.
I felt mostly fine, but I have a doctor's appointment coming up next Tuesday.
It's a mosquito!
Well, there you have it. After a long investigation, we identified and captured the culprit terrorizing Zoe's family. I guess that's case closed. An innocent family, malicious mosquito, and justice all around. I'm Nicole Irving. Until next time.
What? I'm innocent. I'm not even an Asian tiger mosquito. She does know that mosquitoes have an average lifespan of 2 weeks, right? There's no way you have the right guy. I mean, like, come on. Like, are you serious?